Over the recent years, large-scale activities were implemented to establish modern sporting infrastructure. New sporting facilities were built and commissioned, as it is the case in all other fields in Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan, being one of the leading sporting countries of the world, is an active member of the International Olympic movement. Development of all the sporting areas is under constant attention of the President of Azerbaijan. The number of Olympic sport complexes constructed in the capital and regions and supplied with the most modern equipment exceeded 40. Substantial renovation of existing sporting complexes further increases the chances of our country to host international competitions. As a result of the state care assured to the development of sports, Azerbaijan sportsmen represent Azerbaijan decently in prominent competitions and Olympic Games. Realization of significant projects aimed at preparation of the first European Games to be held in Baku in 2015 will contribute greatly to the establishment of contemporary sporting infrastructure in our country. The construction of National Gymnastics Arena in Baku, the groundbreaking ceremony of which was attended by President Ilham Aliyev and his spouse Mehriban, will provide further impetus to the development of this sport. The great achievement by the Azerbaijan Gymnastics Federation, uniting under its umbrella 4 types of sports: rhythmic gymnastics, men's Olympic gymnastics, acrobatics gymnastics, and power tumbling, are followed with interest by the world sporting community. Of course, all of these achievements were made possible due to the leadership provided by the First Lady, Mehriban Aliyeva, of the Azerbaijan Gymnastics Federation. Thus, starting from 2002, as a result of the work done by President of the Azerbaijan Gymnastics Federation, Mehriban Aliyeva, a new development stage of the sport commenced. Baku hosted the first Rhythmic Gymnastics World Cup in 2003. World Gymnastics Championship took place in Baku in 2005. In 2007 and 2009, European Championship was held twice in our country. As a result of these works, the Azerbaijani gymnasts achieved big progress over the recent years. Dinara Gimatova was the first one to acquire a license to take part in Olympic Games in the Athens in 2003. Aliyeva Garayeva, in her turn, claimed European Championship crown on rhythmic gymnastics in 2007. Our ladies finished third in the competitions of teams. Azerbaijani gymnasts represented our country decently during the Olympic Games in the following years. Nowadays, Azerbaijan is preparing for the first European Olympic Games to be held in 2015. The construction of the National Gymnastics Arena, being an integral component of measures realized to strengthen further the sporting infrastructure, opens wide avenues to stage this important international sporting competition at a high level. On April the 16th, President Ilham Aliyev and his spouse Mehriban took part in the opening ceremony. Minister of Sports and Youth Azad Rahimov briefed the head of state on the works done. The facade of the complex was worked out in a special form. Here, screens with intrinsic illumination elements were installed. One of the significant factors increasing the importance of the arena, envisaged mainly for staging of gymnastics contests, is its adaptation to hold different sporting events and competitions. The gymnastics arena consists of the main hall and the ancillary training section. Depending on the scale of contests, it is possible to increase the number of seats in the main section from 5,000 to 10,000. The complex, which was built in line with the modern standards, houses first aid facilities, choreographic hall, gyms, doping control rooms, administrative rooms, shops, cafes, and other ancillaries. There is also a hotel at this sporting facility, which will become one of the best gymnastic complexes of the world. It should be noted Azerbaijan Gymnastics Federation also takes active part in involvement of people to physical education and fitness, development of national sporting cadres, formation and training of national teams, and their participation in international contests. The Federation is developing and consolidating international ties with foreign and international sporting organizations. President Ilham Aliyev and his spouse Mehriban familiarized themselves with the conditions established in the hall and observed the training process of gymnasts. All necessary conditions were established for sportsmen here. It should be noted the President of the European Union of Gymnastics highly appraised the conditions created here. The latest gymnastics equipment is installed in the hall. This equipment was placed based on the recommendations of the European Union of Gymnastics and Azerbaijan Gymnastics Federation. It must be noted the National Gymnastics Arena will host European Championship in June of this year. On April the 19th, Championship of Azerbaijan Rhythmic Gymnastics will take place. The gymnasts will compete for medals in mandatory multidiscipline competition, including separate disciplines. During the tournament, the performance of Hungarian and Kazakh gymnasts outside the competition who are here for training is foreseen. Organization of championship in the National Gymnastics Arena, which features as a testing tournament prior prior to the Rhythmic Gymnastics European Championship to be held on 13th-15th of June, has sparked further interest to the contest. In addition, it's envisaged to stage contests on 6 gymnastic disciplines during the first European Games to be held in 2015, and to organize the World Championship, granting licenses to 2020 Olympic Games in this facility. President Ilham Aliyev was presented with the first copy of the book titled The History of International Sports Press Association. It was noted the book, dedicated to the 90-year history of the organization, was prepared together with the Ministry of Youth and Sports. The first 18 pages of the book deals with development of sport in Azerbaijan.